That if you're saying this, then the divine brought you here, spirit brought you here for a reason. There are no mistakes, there are no coincidences, and I have been collaborating with the divine so that you would land on this video. So trust, just trust. Sometimes I feel like you hear messages that you're like, what? And I'm not saying that you should make things resonate that don't, but do remember that things, this especially spirit, likes to show you things that you would never expect to happen, or that are just not very probable, but that will actually happen. And they will apply differently for different people's lives. So just take it as it has any resonance for your intuition, and then throw out the rest. So this is for people who have been seeing angel numbers. I'm just going to do 2 different angel numbers today. And actually, well, 4, I guess, because the first group will be 111 or 1111. So either one of those, it doesn't matter. So repeating once. The second group will be 3333. Okay, so 333 or 3333. All right. And for those who are seeing 222, you can pick either one of those groups, which is why I made 2 groups. So you might even watch both of the groups for 22, 222, 2222, and 22. So this is going to be for group 111, 1111. So Spirit, what does that group need to know, please? We're going to pick a card from the Green Witch Oracle, and then we're going to put it aside and do some tarot, and then we're going to read from the book, so I don't bore you with reading from the book at the beginning. So we have wisdom. So I will talk a little bit about this. You're very lucky. You're having some extra luck coming in. I'm not saying that you're always lucky. In fact, I'm hearing that you're not. But this is 2-2, by the way. So if you came here from picking 2-2, then this is definitely a sign. You might also be seeing 2-2. Maybe you like to do bay leaf spells, and if you don't know what that is, they're super easy. Get a bay leaf. We're gonna pretend that this is a bay leaf, and then write in the present tense or even in the past tense with have what you want to happen. So let's say I am. Let's say I have a new MacBook Pro M4. I think their M4 is out, or if there's not, then there will be soon. M4 Pro with, and then all the stuff you want. And so write it, and I would write it in either red or green. It doesn't really matter, but maybe green if you can see it. And then you just burn it. You burn and get some scissors so you don't burn yourself, and burn it outside the window and let the smoke go. And that's just a little intention setting spell, especially good for the new moon, and it's also good for luck. So I'm hearing doing this every day is a really good practice to kind of give yourself good energy, because a lot of us, we already do protections, but we don't actually do things to make our energy better, or improve our energy, because we do have a lot of control, most of the control over our energy, but some things are out of our control because we are living in a world with other people, and we are not omnipotent. We are very potent, but we're not omnipotent, because other people exist and they also share the power of the universe. However, the people who watch this channel, I have to be honest, do have more power than most people, and that is just synchronicity. That's the reason you're here, is because of that. So but anyway, so we do have wisdom, and I'm going to read from the book about that a little bit later. You do have wisdom. Maybe you're not using. There's some wisdom you're not using right now that you need to tap back into. Okay, like if you, this is very important for some of you. There is some things you've learned. There's lessons that you've learned that you are not taking into account. And this is not a criticism. This is just a fact, and we all do this sometimes. We want what we want. We want to do what we want, and sometimes we know that that's not the best thing for us. And that's what's happening here. I'm going to move the camera a little bit closer. And so, yeah, I just feel like, anyway, wisdom. Think about that. Just let it tumble around in your head. See what comes up. We have the Muse of Inspiration. So this is you, okay, and this could be a male or female. And in the regular tarot deck, this is the King of Wands, right? The King of Wands. He is very. He knows best. He knows how to do what he does, and he thinks that his way is the best way. And this is not always a bad thing, because the King of Wands can also be someone who is an actor, or like on screen in any way, on a YouTube channel. The King of Wands is someone who can be very domineering, but I would say it's not usually to an extreme. It could be, it could be. So what about this Muse of Inspiration energy, please, Spirit? What do we need to know about this person? By the way, the King of Wands or the Muse of Inspiration, they are their primary thing is stability and responsibility, social responsibility. So they're doing a job and they're doing it well, right? So they've had a lot of success in something, okay, and they're doing the job, they're doing it well. But in the case of the fire element of the King of Wands, the Muse of Inspiration, this king is not super comfortable in his role, so that might be an issue for you. Maybe you are in a place where you're using your knowledge, you're using your skills that you learned in school or that you developed over time, and you are in a higher position, or you're going to be in a higher position, and you, for some reason, it's not right. So for some reason it's not feeling right for you, or you just are not comfortable with that kind of responsibility. You kind of, for King of Wands, I kind of get this idea where he's learned a lot over the years, and he spent a lot of time and dedicated a lot of energy into doing what he's doing. And then once he got into the job, he didn't really like it. There's a really interesting video by a doctor, by a neurosurgeon, who decided to quit. And I think if you search for that on YouTube, you will find it. And it is very much the story of the King of Wands, if he decides to change what he does and become the King of Pentacles, right? Justice did just fly out, but I'm gonna pick a card, okay? So if it needs to come out, then it will come out. But your actions in the past are relevant here. What have you done that brought you here? And how can you be, and can you be completely honest about how your actions in the past brought you here? Okay, so if we bring the Wheel of Fortune in, now this is how have other people's actions brought you here? Okay, so it's a combination of things, and so Spirit is pointing at the past here, and it's shining light in the past and what you've already done, okay, and saying that there's going to be a change coming up for you that is not a change of the entire situation. So if this is, for example, about a living situation, uh, so you're not moving completely, but you are, maybe perhaps you're redecorating or re uh, doing your kitchen or something like that. Or if you're at a company, you're not leaving the company, but you're going to a different position within the company. That would be the Wheel of Fortune. But also, it's just the energy of other people and how that affects us, as opposed to justice, which is our own energy and our own actions, how that affects us today, right? So we have the Five of Inspiration. Okay, so there's going to be some conflicts coming up that you are a little concerned about. Maybe I don't know if you know about these conflicts yet. And it is interesting to me that there's the 10 and the 5 here. So it's like cutting through the center of this Wheel of Fortune. So maybe halfway through a change where you are progressing into the King of Wands, or maybe that's more static and that's not a progression at all. It's just how things are right now for you. Either way, halfway through this change that's coming up, there's going to be some conflict, and I'm hearing there's going to be some questions about if you are right for this position, or if you are right for, how can I say that? Not right for it. If you are up for the task, okay? And maybe this conflict comes from you. But by the way, this is expected conflict, because with the five of inspiration, these are not people trying to actually hurt someone else, especially not when it's upright. But this is when people are kind of having like uh what's it called, like a fake battle, like the oh my gosh, I can't think of the word, any words right today. But whenever it's like a sword fight with a very skinny metal thing, and they're not actually trying to kill each other, right? This is the energy. It's like they're playing a game. So they're playing the game of this company. Maybe they want this upgrade. Maybe they want this promotion, but uh, it's normal. Anyway, this conflict is normal. This could be the dynamics of a relationship, and it's something you want to change. You want to change these dynamics of this relationship, because you don't want to have this conflict always be part of the dynamics anymore. It's getting old for you, okay? You do have the seven of emotions, okay? So dreams are coming up for me. Keeping track of your dreams, very important, I think, in the next few days, because why spirit, why is keeping track of these dreams, these fantasies, important for group 111 muse of emotions? Okay, and I've been trying to do these upright and reverse, so this is upright. Okay, so I think with the muse of emotions, he also is a little bit uncomfortable in his position, and also he's got some problems in general. I think he controls too much of his emotions and he fails. So maybe I feel like somebody is going to give away their position somehow. If you pay attention closely, if in during this conflict or during this little debate or whatever it is, there's going to be a tell somebody gives that you're going to know that they're. I don't think that they're lying, but they're going to show you something that will put you in a stronger position. Even though right now you feel like, okay, well, I might as well just give up because I'm not going to win against this person. Yes, you will. Yes, you will. And this could be an inside battle too. So for an internal thing, this would just be your own kind of conflict, like your own kind of energy that is has a tendency for conflict, and you're going inside and you're looking at it, and it's confusing to you in meditation perhaps, and it's confusing to you, but you're going to start to see like the cracks in that conflict nature of yours, so that you can find your true nature, because your true nature isn't this, it isn't this mask of conflict and aggression. It's actually something much softer. So you're finding that new person inside of you. And it could be all of these things. They often do come all at once like this, they mirror each other. We have the seven of inspiration. So we have the two sevens. This is setting boundaries, this is standing your ground. Okay, so with this conflict that comes up, there is a part of this that you don't want to give up. I know sometimes you want to give up, and I feel like I even said that with the seven here. You feel like giving up, but you cannot give up in this one. And why is that? Okay, the five of okay, because you have to stand up for yourself. There's going to be a reason why it's going to end up hurting you. The kind of harmless conflict is going to turn into something more harmful if you don't stand up for yourself in this case. So make sure you're standing up for yourself in a compassionate way. That doesn't mean you need to tear them a new one, but if somebody needs to be told about themselves, and going to be uh, they're not going to be led in any other direction, then you need to start telling them about themselves. Give them the tea about themselves, because that might be the only way they learn. And then, though, this person is going to uh, try to give you an olive branch. Again, I don't know the expression because I'm channeling, but they're going to give you an olive branch. I almost feel like for some of you, this might be out of a yoga class. You might be, and you know what, that happens. There's a lot of yoga teachers out there who are actually not very nice people, or there's a lot of people at yoga class who are there for working through their emotions. So they also have these issues. So don't be afraid just because you're in an environment where it might not be very acceptable to show these kind of emotions, to do so, because that is a culture of inauthenticity, and you don't have to participate in it. And there's other groups that you can go to. This isn't the only group, whether it's yoga or something else. This isn't the only group that you can go to. And actually, Spirit is not saying you should leave this group, but if they decide to reject you because of you standing up for yourself, then it's a great thing. It's a great thing because there's another group that's better for you. And if they don't, then that's a good sign too, because you know that this is a group that is open to being more authentic. And maybe it is a company culture that really needs to become more authentic, and maybe you becoming boss in this company is changing that, because people are very scared to say what they feel, but you need for them to say what they feel, and they're used to somebody who is like my way or the highway, and you are someone who is a lot more fluid and open to suggestions. Okay. Even though you do have certain, everybody has flaws, right? You have some emotional upticks, we could say, sometimes. Okay, so we're going to read from the book about this number 22 wisdom card, and then I think we'll be finished. I'll channel a little bit from that. So, Bayleaf, external assistance should be sought, which can take the form of personal consultancy or research. You do not have all the facts or the facilities just yet, but are still in a good position. Bay indicates success through diligent application and also heralds new romantic relationships. Be wary of speaking your mind without care of others around you, as you are not going to be the most knowledgeable or experienced. Interesting. So we were just, I mean, I can't make that shit up. Like, I don't know the meanings of these cards like that. So that could be an important factor. I wouldn't say it is exactly like in the book, but make sure that you do know what you're talking about before you go in and finish what this person started with you. Okay, because you don't want to be caught saying the wrong thing or saying it in the wrong way. So think about what you want to say before you say it, especially in important situations like this where you're standing up for yourself, and other people are going to be watching, and you're going to, I feel like you want to convince the group of something here. So, and Apollo, Cupid, Daphne, Delphi, Eros, Faunus, Helios, Ra are all involved here. If you are anyway interested in any of those deities, they might help you. Jupiter is the planet, and the astrological sign is Leo. So you might be dealing with a Leo, you might be a Leo, you might have Leo as your rising sun, moon, Venus, or North Node, maybe. Yeah. So anything else about this? Also, you might want to try some bibliomancy. Do I have a book beside me? Because I don't know, I just, that book here definitely did give me that feeling. I'm just gonna flip through the alchemy book, and just gonna read a few words for you. So what does group 111 need to know, please? Last messages. Through the natural process of decay, we descend into the depths we didn't know existed. So we need to allow something to start decaying. It's not time for it to go just yet, but it is time for it to start to loosen its grip on us. So whatever that means for you is what it means for you. Okay, so thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Every time you do that, these readings become more relevant for you. And look at my beacons.ai link for personal readings and links to my other social media. Also, I would love if you send me a tip. That would help me a lot. And let me know how this resonated for you. Okay, please do. I would love to know. Also, I want to do something that I saw a friend do. So if you're still here, then you have the opportunity to do it. If you want a free mini reading in the comments, now this is just in the comments, leave a comment that says, I agree. And then you can also leave whatever other comment you want. So say I agree, but make sure not to give me any other. Don't give me any personal information or even the story that you want. Just say I agree, and then you can talk about the video, etc. Right? So I'm not going to contact you for a reading. I'm going to actually put it in the comments. So when the time comes, I will like the comment. So make sure to come back in a week, and yeah, we'll do that. Alexa, remind me in 1 week to choose the winner for the I Agree contest.
What time September 22nd should I remind you?
1600.
Okay, I'll remind you September 22nd at 4 p.m.
Okay, so thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye.
I'm not quite sure how to
Alexa,
help you with
stop.
that.
Alexa, stop. Hi, if you chose group two, this is your group 222. Sorry, if you chose group two, which is 333, then this is your message. I wanted to first let you know that if you put I agree in the comments, then I will randomly pick somebody intuitively for a very short little mini reading in the comments. Don't leave me any personal information, or your number, or your anything like that. You don't need to put your email. Just put I agree, and then you can also comment about the video and how it resonates with you. I would love to hear how you resonate. Um, anyway, so we're gonna pick one card from the Green Witch Oracle, and then I'm gonna intuitively read from that, and then at the end we'll read from the book, because there's always interesting stuff in the book from this oracle. We're gonna take a very gentle, silent breath. Longevity chrysanthemum. I know that's a word a lot of people have a problem pronouncing. I feel very proud of myself. So longevity chrysanthemum is a purple flower. There's a sun there. There's a few stars. There's a leaf, and what is that? A clock. There's a project, or there's something that you're doing that is actually going to last a long time, or you're asked to think about how long it will last. Because if you're not starting a project right now, then it be, but you're trying to consider what to start, think about what's going to be the most long lasting. I do feel like for the most of you here that the actual longevity of the project that you've already picked is that is a sign that it is a it's a good number. It will have a good longevity. I don't know why I can't speak today. I feel like every day I get a little bit less able to speak. Hopefully, I'm not dying. I don't think I am. I think it's the weather change. So what does group 2, which is 333, need to know, please, Spirit? And I hope that, and I intend for all of those who need this message will see it. Four of Inspiration. Interesting. I always see in this deck people talking here, having a meeting. We have the Six of Voices. So healing, moving on, travel. Two of Emotions. So for some of you, that longevity card is about a relationship. You might have met somebody recently, and this you would know, you would kind of know already that you already feel a deep connection to them. They feel like home to you. It's as if you've known each other for a long time. And if that's the case, then Spirit says that this does have the potential for a long relationship, even maybe a lifetime relationship, but a long-term relationship that you would be very wise to accept. Now, that totally depends on you and how the relationship goes, and if they treat you well, and if you are able to treat them well. Because sometimes if we're not good with somebody, they don't feel treated well, and that's okay. That means that it's time to move on. But I don't think that that's what this is. I do feel like one of you, if this is a relationship, this could be a friendship, this could be a job as well. Somebody has recently had a transition from a different relationship, and they've recently become ready. They've become ready to start a new one. So they become ready to find a new job. They become ready to hire a new person. They become ready to get into a new relationship or a friendship, or become part of a group. Actually, this could be somebody's becoming part of like a spiritual group, a meditation group, a yoga group, like that. And that was in the last one too. So finding a group of people who are finding your tribe is really important here to you. I'm getting the cloak there is having some big impact on me right now. I don't know what that means exactly, but maybe somebody is afraid of showing who they are completely, and that and if it is somebody that you're dealing with and you do like them already, then spirit is saying don't allow that to scare you away, because this person is just they're just working through their own trauma, and it's not going to last forever. That they're not going to be, it's not that they're inauthentic, they're just trying to protect themselves. Excuse me, sorry, I'm so thirsty. They're just trying to protect themselves. And also, some of you might be going on vacation to the beach. And if you do, then you might meet somebody there who is going to be really good for you. Or even just, I'm getting, if this is a vacation, it could just be, a vacation relationship. But either way, those can teach you a lot. Spirit is saying, remember that every relationship teaches you something. So, and I'm not trying to say that a relationship that hurt you very badly in a way I can't really mention here is good for you. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just passing on this from spirit. But every relationship, every love that you have for somebody always teaches you something, and always helps improve and enhance the feelings of love that you have in the future, even if you feel like you'll never have another love again. Um, you'll never be accepted again. It's actually those feelings of love and the breaking, and then rediscovering that that love is forever within you, that will enhance your ability to have an open heart and to love somebody else fully in the future. So spirit is saying that that people who experience a lot of heartbreaks, these are lessons that are actually so that this person is able to have a kind of this just beyond euphoria, this experience of love that it just goes beyond what people usually can experience, that is just so much deeper and intense than what normally people can experience. And a lot of you are those kind of people. You already feel things very deeply. I'm hearing somebody is that's not for somebody, but for most of you, you already feel things very deeply. But either way, there's this love that's coming, or this feeling of contentment at work if it's not love, or this feeling of unity with a group if it's with a group, is going to go, it's going to be a new experience that you just really, you didn't know was possible. You didn't know you could feel that way. You didn't know that you could feel that, like, high up in the sky by just being sober and yourself and just with a group of people. Like, you did not know that. I just see people walking around together in a city, and they're really having fun with each other, and they're all just stupidly happy right now. And I'm also seeing a couples that's the same. But I do see this time that's being taken with this, especially with the clock there, this time that's taken for some people to take off that cloak. And spirit wants you to understand that judging people who are not completely authentic at first isn't helping you, because that is very common. You do it too. Everybody has a mask. Even if you feel like you're completely authentic at first, you're not. And that's okay. That's not, it's not normal to be authentic completely at first, because we have a survival instinct. We have a mask for that reason. We In the olden days, when we were rejected from a group, we could die because we wouldn't have the protection of the group, and animals might eat us, or we might, a bunch of things could happen. So we have these masks as a result of a deep need to survive. So try not to be judgmental of that, because especially with this, in this case, because when this person, or when these people take off this cloak, take off their masks, you are going to be so happy you were patient with them. You are going to be so happy. And if this is you that is going to be taking off their mask, then I would say don't worry about that process. People are going to accept you. Like maybe people in the past did judge you for being inauthentic or something like that, or labeling you inauthentic. But in this case, Spirit says that's not the case. Or if there is any question about that, you can explain it. You can. These are people you can trust enough, or this is a person you can trust enough to talk to, and to trust that they will understand. If they don't, then that's a sign that they are not for you. But I really, truly, honestly believe that these people are the people that kind of people that you can take aside and talk to and say, look, like I'm still getting to know you, and I really do feel like we're going to be uh, we're going to have a good relationship, but I can't um, show you all of me yet, and I totally intend to do so in the future. But right now, I just can't do that, and I hope you understand. And I think they will understand, and they'll probably express the same to you. Awakening 20. There's something coming back from the past here. Oh, your heart is reawakening. Okay. Oh, and a nurturing energy. This nurturing energy, and these, look at these ghost planets, they're coming back from the past. There's these energies, so like as in planets, planets each have their own energy, they're like their own people. um these energies from the past that you felt like you lost in childhood, um once you take this cloak off with this person, with these other people, it's going to come back to you, and you have forgotten that you were this person. And just Spirit wants you to know, just don't be surprised when totally authentically, totally easily, totally just like seamlessly, it just flows out of you, this new kind of person. And it's already like this person has already developed, but they're regrowing inside of you right now. They're like, it's something has made you feel safer. And even if you don't know that yet, or something will make you feel safer, and that is going to allow a seed that has been within you for a long time, which has been dead within you for a long time, to start growing again, and you to become like, you're going to be the same person, but you're going to be like you 2.0, because you're going to have this extra element to you that people haven't known for years. And everybody's going to see how natural it comes to you, that they're going to know that is you. But it's going to surprise you a little bit, and it's going to be something that is going to attract even more people to you. I really, again, I'm getting this thing like from the other day, this thing where people are kind of copying you. People are um, copying sounds so bad though, imitating you, like because of what you do is so comforting. I'm sorry, my hair is bothering me so bad today. But people are going to want to do things like you do them, because they see how easily it comes to you. And for some people that'll work, and other people that won't work. But they're allowed to test it, because once they test it, if it doesn't work for them, it'll be obvious to them. So I'm going to read from the book here, and then channel a little bit, and then we'll be all gone. And by the way, we had longevity. That's number 39. Yeah. So, chrysanthemum, a phase in which trust, completion, a sense of belonging, and peace has been reached, is signified by the appearance of chrysanthemum. That's exactly what I said. I'm telling you, I don't know what these mean, because longevity has nothing to do with the oracle meanings. Like the names of the cards have nothing to do. So, deeper intimacy in relationships is highlighted, and you may want to explore this area of your life as a long-term commitment needs attention. A cycle of learning is coming to an end, or you now have all the facts that you require. Creative blocks, melancholy, and weak boundaries are challenges. So, making sure you have correct boundaries, and not having over the top boundaries that don't let anybody in. Everybody loves to talk about how important boundaries are, and they are. They are. Don't I'm not saying that they're not in any way, but just know that if you are creating boundaries that you know are not necessary, and they're they're just to keep people at a further distance from you, because you want to feel in this comfortable place and never go beyond that. Look, we can't always feel completely safe. We cannot always feel completely safe. So if you're setting boundaries that people can never go past that point with you and never get to know you fully, then those boundaries are holding you back and you need to rethink them. Now, I'm not, again, you have to make those decisions, not me, but I do feel like a lot of people here do have these boundaries that they need to rethink and they need to try to adjust. It's not that they need to go away completely, it's just that they need to be maybe like pushed back a little bit and or lightened up a little bit. Okay. um and also maybe even there is boundaries that you need to have, like you don't people pleasing, like being too helpful, things like that. Those boundaries you do need to enforce or construct if you don't have them now. Okay. Deeper intimacy in relationships, like I said, I mean, it's exactly what I said, basically. So uses of chrysanthemum: truth, love, cheerfulness, healing, and boundaries. I don't know how to say these deity names, but one of them is Izanami. I don't know where that's from, but you are free to look it up. Maybe that's something that will resonate with you. This planet, the astrological planet is the sun, and the astrological sign is Scorpio. So there's definitely some, for a lot of you, this is about a relationship, a very passionate one too, with Scorpio there, very, very passionate. And the sun with Scorpio, wow. I love how they mix in this deck. They mix these planets with a different astrological sign that doesn't usually go with it, because usually I feel like the flavor of them together is so good, and we don't usually see that in places. And Scorpio and the sun, that sounds so nice. It's like it kind of lightens up Scorpio because it's very heavy Scorpio, and it really lightens it up, and it brings out all the kind of erotic and like and loving kind of water qualities, and dries it up a little bit, just enough. So don't forget to like, subscribe every time you react to my content, every time you make a comment. Your These readings will start to become more relevant to you. And I hope that this was genuinely, I hope it was helpful. And I hope I wasn't rambling today and that I didn't bother you with my hair. I'm in a weird headspace. So I hope, I feel like so is everybody, though. So forgive me, though. Anyway, have a great day. Bye.